Okay. V'yar et hamakom me'rachok. We're on now verse 4. It was on the third day, Avram raised his eyes, and he saw the place from afar. V'yar et hamakom me'rachok. Aval lo mikaro, but not from close up. What is that trying to tell us? He could only see it from afar. I mean, when you're approaching something, anyway, you're always far before you get close. So what does it mean? Once he got close, he wasn't able to see it? Let's see. What did he see? He saw the glorious shine of God. Shenikra Makomo Shel Olam, which is called the omnipresent, the essence of the world, the being of the world. The whole world is he's the first cause. Me'rachok dafke, it was specifically from a distance that he was able to see it. Re'iyah kistaklut b'shemesh. His vision, what he was able to see, or even our own vision, what we can see, vision in itself is one of the different chushim. It's a sense. It's his. When you look at the divine presence, the ziv hashchina, it's like looking at the sun. And what is it about the sun? It's shemei rachok yochol adam histakel bo. Right? We're all taught as children, never stare at the sun. And when there's an eclipse, we make this little pinhole in a paper, and we go about and protect our eyes. And many people walk around anyway with sunglasses to protect from the different radiation and UV rays. But anyway, it's only from a distance a man is able to glance and look at the sun. Avolo mikaro, but certainly not close up. It's blinding. It's impossible to see. Ki ein koach b'chush harut lehistakel b'shemesh v'hiyota karova la'adam. The ability to see becomes impossible, become blinded, so to speak. When you try to look at the sun, when a person would try to look at such a bright light up close. So that's true by the sun, that's true by a very bright light. Kal v'chomer bein beno shel kal v'chomer. How much more so, in an expression of exaggeration, how much more so would it be by the Zohar Ziv Shechinato Yisbarach, by the actual light of God? Like Moses said, V'chein amar Moshe in Exodus 3:3, Asura na ve'era. Okay, so if you look in Exodus 3:3, I'll read 2 for a second. An angel of Hashem appeared to him in the blaze of fire from amid the bush. He saw, behold, the bush was burning in the fire, but the bush was not consumed. So Moses thought, I will turn aside now and look at this great sight. Why will the bush not be burning? So in Hebrew, we say, V'yomer Moshe, Asura no, I will turn away now, ve'era, and then see. Because it was too bright. You want to be able to see it, you have to actually turn your head a little bit. So now we're back in the Kli Yakar. Asura na, right? I will turn away now, or right now. Hainu lihitrachek min hamakom hakodosh, to actually turn away or distance yourself a little bit from the holy place. V'lo liot karovlo, he wasn't able to be close to it. V'kol kedei sheyochel liros, all in order to be able to see. So too it said in Jeremiah 31 verse 2, Me'rachok Hashem nira, from a distance Hashem is seen. Mashma, from a distance. Avalo mikaro, but not close up. I think I learned this earlier with somebody, and he mentioned the idea that perhaps there's a saying that when you're in the forest, you only see the trees. You don't get the whole picture. And so when you're further away from the forest, you can see the whole picture. So that's a nice idea. I'm not sure it really answers up this, but when you're too close, it could be that you can't see. You can't really see the whole picture. First of all, on one hand, it's really just talking about how bright this light is. And that we're human, we're not angels, and we're not able to see it close. But to bring it down a level in our own lives, I think we get caught up sometime in the trees and we lose the forest. So it's easier to understand Hashem when you're trying to get the big picture. Sometimes people get lost in the details. I've seen it. We all can fall trap to that. So it could be as well a lesson to be learned. What do you think of that? Possible. Okay, this gets really interesting. All right, we're on the we're on the 5th verse now. But I'll read back again on the 4th. On the 3rd day, Abraham raised his eyes and saw the place from afar. And Abraham said to his young men, "Stay here by yourself with the donkey, while I and the lad will go up to here. We will worship, and we will return to you." So who was with Abraham to start with? We know that Isaac was with him, no question. But there was, he says, his young men. He spoke to his young men. So there were at least 2 of them. There was Elazar, his faithful servant, and there was Ishmael. Believe it or not, Ishmael had already done tshuva and had come back to the family. Okay, so now we are going to read what the Kli Yakar has to say. It does say im, with the donkey. He interprets this from Yevamos as am hadome l'chamor. We're talking about a nation that is similar or compared to a donkey. Okay, so we're talking about the descendants of Ishmael. Di'im lokain, because if you don't say such a thing, havi leila meimar, then what would have been more appropriate to say was yeshev hachamor imachem, right? Let settle, or let sit the chamor with you. But it doesn't say that. It says stay here with the chamor. So lama also osam tfela el chamor. Why are they considered secondary to the chamor? In other words, you guys are staying here with the chamor, as if the chamor is more important, mentioned specifically, and they're not even mentioned by name, so they are secondary to the chamor. The reason they're compared to the chamor is because of their animal nature. Would that be a good way to translate bahamiyutam? Vehem gruim mimenu. Not only that, they're actually less diminished than the chamor itself, because as we said, they're secondary. Ki chamor poel beteva. It means that when he acts, it's all natural, right? The chamor is not responsible. Animal instincts, but the chamor is not responsible for any sin, right? When he kicks and he bites and he eats your stuff that you left out accidentally, so he's not going to be responsible to pay for it. A human being who does damage to someone else's property is responsible. So the chamor, when he's poa b'teva, his sin is natural. V'hem machotim beratzon. But when a man sins, he sins with his own will, right? Knowingly. Al kain asa oisem tefela el chamor. Therefore, this particular type of people, is considered secondary to the chamor, and that's the am referred to, as we discussed earlier, that's Ishmael. So I heard from my Chavrusa, he asked the question, why is this mentioned right now? I mean, we just mentioned that Ishmael did tshuva, should be on the same level as Isaac, but no. Isaac is being brought up as a holy offering, whereas Abraham at this point is needing, even if it's psychological, separation from his other son, which he also loved, but he loved Isaac in a very different way and recognizes it right here that he's different. He's more spiritual. Even the word chamur, as we mentioned earlier, in terms of where the makom of the place where man is created from, we use the word chomer. Chomer and chamur are intertwined, it's the same word. So because of Ishmael's being in touch with more of his physicality, he's certainly not able to be the olah. The word olah means to go up and to be ascended. This is what he was ready to go up the mountain with only one of his children and to leave Ishmael behind. And I thank my Chavrusa for that. Shkoyach.